Have you ever wondered what lies behind one of the most common, yet most taboo aspects of men's health? We're talking about masturbation. This phenomenon, which everyone knows about but rarely discusses openly, is shrouded in a thick fog of myths, rumors, and misinformation. From school locker rooms to anonymous online forums, everyone has an opinion. But what does modern science actually say about the impact of this natural process on the male body? Today, we embark on an evidence-based journey to separate fact from fiction. We will examine in detail how masturbation affects your hormonal system, prostate health, mental state, and overall well-being. We will directly address the most pressing questions and concerns, from the famous testosterone myth to the real risks of compulsive behavior. This is a judgment-free zone, with no moralizing, only evidence and physiology. Get ready to learn the objective truth about what really happens inside your body. Let's start with the most complex organ, your brain. At the moment of orgasm, it undergoes a veritable biochemical fireworks display, akin to launching a sophisticated internal pharmacy. A key player is dopamine, a neurotransmitter that activates the pleasure and reward centers in the brain. Its release creates an intense feeling of satisfaction and euphoria. It's essentially your body's chemical reward for procreation. But the cascade doesn't end there. Simultaneously, endorphins are released, natural peptides with a structure surprisingly similar to morphine. They act as powerful internal analgesics, reducing pain perception and inducing a sense of well-being. Parallel to this, there is a sharp drop in cortisol levels, the infamous stress hormone. This powerful combination, a surge of happiness hormones and a drop in the anxiety hormone, is the perfect recipe for deep relaxation. It shifts your nervous system from a constant state of fight or flight readiness to a rest and digest state. This effect leads directly to one of the most valuable, yet underrated benefits, a significant improvement in sleep quality. After orgasm, the hormone prolactin is released, inducing feelings of drowsiness and satiety. Combined with low cortisol levels, this helps you fall asleep faster and enter the deep sleep stages, which are crucial for physical recovery and memory consolidation. Moreover, this endorphin surge can act as a natural pain reliever for tension headaches and minor ailments. So, the feeling of pleasant tiredness afterwards is not a loss of vitality, but a sign that your body is entering a state of deep recovery. Essentially, masturbation is a built-in, highly effective stress management and sleep optimization system, a quick and natural way to reboot your nervous system after a demanding day. Now, let's turn our attention to long-term physical effects, specifically the health of one of the most important male organs, the prostate gland. The prostate plays a key role in the reproductive system, producing fluid that makes up a significant part of semen. This fluid serves as a nutrient medium for sperm, but over time, toxins and dead cells can accumulate in it. This is where the theory of regular cleansing comes in. Frequent ejaculation, researchers suggest, promotes the natural renewal of this fluid, flushing potentially harmful substances from the prostatic ducts. This led to large-scale epidemiological studies aimed at answering a key question: is there a link between the frequency of ejaculation and the risk of developing prostate cancer? Data from authoritative sources like the Health Professionals Follow-up Study showed an intriguing correlation. Men who ejaculated more frequently, 21 times per month or more, had a statistically significant reduction in the risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those who did it less often. It is important to emphasize that correlation is not causation. This does not mean that masturbation is a guaranteed vaccine. However, the leading hypothesis is that this flushing mechanism may help prevent the accumulation of carcinogenic substances and reduce the likelihood of malignant changes in prostate cells. Thus, while not a panacea, it is a simple, natural, and pleasant activity that can contribute to long-term prostate health. It can be compared to regular maintenance of a complex and vital component of your body, a form of prevention available to everyone. The impact of masturbation extends far beyond pure physiology, touching the very depths of mental well-being. It is a fundamental act of self-discovery, a unique opportunity to map your own body without any external pressure or expectations. In a world saturated with stimuli and performance anxiety, it allows you to slow down and understand which specific touches, rhythms, and scenarios bring you maximum pleasure. This knowledge is not just information, it empowers you. Understanding and accepting your own sexuality directly influences self-confidence and body image. When you are familiar with your own responses, you are less susceptible to unrealistic standards and can form healthier relationships, both with yourself and with a partner, because you are able to clearly communicate your desires and boundaries. Furthermore, masturbation can serve as a healthy mood regulation mechanism. By providing a reliable source of pleasure and relaxation, it helps alleviate symptoms of mild anxiety and depression, acting as a natural emotional stabilizer. This is not about avoiding problems, but about having a tool for a quick emotional reboot. It is a form of self-care that teaches you to recognize your body's signals and respond to them, strengthening the mind-body connection and promoting overall mental health. Now, let's tackle perhaps the most persistent and harmful myth, one that has spawned entire online movements, the idea that masturbation depletes testosterone, the cornerstone of manly strength. It is crucial to understand once and for all, scientific data overwhelmingly refutes this claim. The male body is a highly precise system of hormonal self-regulation, designed to maintain homeostasis. What do specific studies show? Testosterone levels are indeed subject to short-term fluctuations. Shortly after ejaculation, a minor spike may be observed, after which, within a few hours, the hormone level smoothly returns to your individual baseline. No reputable scientific study has found a sustained long-term decrease in testosterone due to masturbation. Moreover, some research even notes that during prolonged abstinence, several weeks, testosterone levels may increase slightly, but this effect is temporary, and the system soon stabilizes again. Your body is programmed to maintain a stable hormonal background regardless of ejaculation frequency. Therefore, the feeling of exhaustion or sleepiness after orgasm is nothing more than the result of physical exertion, muscle contractions, and a powerful relaxation response, and not a sign of a hormonal crash. It is a natural physiological reaction, a sign that the body has done its job and switched to recovery mode, not an indicator of lost masculinity. Despite all the listed benefits, it is extremely important to acknowledge that any reward-related behavior can spiral out of control and become a compulsion. The key difference between a healthy habit and problematic behavior lies not in the act itself, but in its context and impact on your life. So, what specific red flags should you look out for? The first and most important sign is interference with daily functioning. This refers to situations where you start skipping work or school, canceling meetings with friends, neglecting family responsibilities, or personal hygiene for the sake of being able to masturbate. When it ceases to be a conscious choice and becomes an obsessive need that dictates your schedule. The second warning sign is using masturbation as the primary or sole coping mechanism for negative emotions like stress, boredom, loneliness, or sadness. While it may provide temporary relief, the problem arises when it replaces healthier and more sustainable strategies, such as physical activity, socializing, hobbies, or addressing underlying issues. The third critical indicator is continuing the activity despite negative consequences. This could be physical discomfort, such as irritation, or intense psychological distress, feelings of shame, guilt, and emptiness after the act. Loss of control and the inability to stop, even while aware of the harm, is a clear sign that the behavior pattern has become compulsive and requires re-evaluation. So, what is the final verdict of science? For the vast majority of men, masturbation is a normal, healthy, and even beneficial part of life. It helps manage stress, potentially contributes to long-term prostate health, deepens self-knowledge, strengthens self-confidence, and absolutely does not harm testosterone levels. The key principle, as with diet, exercise, or work, is balance and mindfulness. It should fit harmoniously into your life, enriching it, rather than becoming its center, displacing other important aspects. The most important advice is to listen to the signals from your body. Your organism is an incredibly complex and wise system. Understanding how it works, without shame or fear, is the first and most crucial step towards taking responsibility for your health and well-being. Be mindful, maintain balance, and treat yourself with care. Thank you for being with us.